Peace, Y2. Another day for Michael Jackson. Even though he's dead, he's still catching wreck. Damn, what's going on with this? Now, I read that a lot of the radio stations around the world are pulling his music. I say the same like I said in the video when I was talking about R. Kelly's music. To me, it doesn't make any sense, but I understand where some people's heads are at. You know, this man's music been playing around the world daily. Still have stations rolling his music out. But now they're starting to pull it out just because of some documentary series come out and expose, or some people who reneged on their word came out and state that the man has molested them and all before they was lying. What type of shit is that? It doesn't make any sense. This world is coming to shambles for sure. It doesn't make any sense. You know, to me, it's just a shame just to be thinking that one man who was an iconic figure and just put out so much of good music could have his music just washed off of the stations and radio stations around the world just like that. Especially after they was playing his music after the allegations and he made it through the court cases before. I don't understand it. It sounds so stupid, you know. I'm not for his actions or whatever he did back in the past with kids and all that. I'm not for that at all. The whole problem is it's music. It's music that he put out. He not talking about kids that we know of. We ain't never heard him make no statements inside the music. And the music just rocks. I mean, no matter what. I've been a Michael Jackson fan for a long time, you know. Anytime most of his music come on, shit, I gotta bob my head to it. You know, I know radio stations don't want to keep that out, but that's just music. To me, I mean, if he clearly stated that he did something to some child inside his music, sometimes it'd be subliminal messages, but nobody ever came out and said anything about it, you know, about that happening. So, I mean, to me, it's just very stupid, and I wouldn't pull all his music out like that, but radio stations have their own way of thinking, you know, and I guess they think they wouldn't get a lot of people to chime in on their radio stations, you know, if they keep Michael Jackson music out. But far as I could say, for me, I mean, probably wouldn't buy his music, like as of now, whatever new would come out. But when I listen to it, I'll probably jam it, because I mean, this man, he had a great voice. I mean, that doesn't negate the fact, you know, that he did some crazy stuff, but, you know, you got to slash the music from the people. He made good music. He put it out there. It's out. R. Kelly made good music. He put it out there. It was out. Now, if you hear anything about sexually, physically touching somebody, I mean, a youngster or something inside their music, then I can understand you taking it off the charts. I understand that. But I mean, if it's just something laid back and groovy too, I wouldn't pull the music off, you know. But that's my thoughts, you know. People go do what they want. But it just sounds crazy, you know, all of a sudden, two people recant their statements, you know, on the allegations, you know, that was asked if they did anything with Michael Jackson, and they said no. All those years passing, and all of a sudden a documentary come out, and now they turning their head, their same tongue, and saying that the man then did something to him. You know, that's kind of crazy. I mean, you know, it's kind of crazy. And I know that, you know, I seen a statement when they asked Macaulay Culkin and somebody else, I think it is, some other guy, that, you know, if they had the same thing happen to them through Michael, but they said no back in the day. Now, What I think they should have did, or maybe Oprah should have did, was ask the same people that, again, the same questions, same celebrities, Macaulay Culkin and the other guy, hey, is this really true? That it did it happen to him again? I mean, back in the day, but that ain't gonna happen. They ain't trying to get in touch with nobody no more. They said what they said. To me, it was a plot against ruining his legacy, and that's just what it is. I mean, I don't know what, Janet has to say. I don't know what the other Jacksons has to say. Maybe they came out and made statements, It's just completely insane to me, for them to be taking his record music out of the stores, or, just stop playing it on the on the radio stations. It's kind of crazy, But they gonna do what they want to do. So HBO, I'm sure y'all gonna have some type of lawsuits come against y'all. Allegedly, y'all will probably have some, or if I could say that. But I know the family just ain't putting up for what, y'all put out, and I'm sure they firing back at y'all, and maybe the public just don't hear it, yet. It'll come out later on, but to me, it's so stupid, what was the motivation behind the movie? To expose that man even more? The man in the ground, there ain't nothing you can do. That shit should have been over with. I mean, if the man did touch him, I understand the two guys coming back and say something, but they had plenty enough time and plenty of years enough to say what they had to say. I think it was for the bag. I just did a video with the John Legend. I think it's all for the bag. People are coming out for that bag when big companies like HBO, who probably makes billions of dollars or whatever, when they hang that bag over their head and offer it to them, they ain't going to accept, especially if they're in a financial, turmoil or some type of situation where they just really need the money, It doesn't make no sense. They'll turn that eye and say, okay, look, that light bulb come up, that bag hovered over the head, with that dollar sign in the middle, shit, they ready. It's so stupid. That bag will put you in a lot of jeopardy for sure. Deep jeopardy. But people do it all day long, Money does rule a lot. I ain't saying it makes you happy. It does make you happy for a minute, but it could tear you down at the same time. And that's my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts on the situation, of Michael Jackson. They're taking his music off the radio station. And to me, it's just a sad case to hear, They're going to demote his name even more and more and more, no matter what. So that icon is just turning down into a regular, simple celebrity who done his thing, His legacy is just tarnished now even more. So, like everybody say, which I know I say the same thing. Hey, if he did something, he had to pay the price. But for his music, music, when people put out music, it's everybody jam music every day. Ain't nothing wrong with jamming some music. You just gotta block out, the man personal issues from the melody that you hear in your mind. And that's just me. That's what I say. Everybody might be different, but that's what I think should happen. To a lot of people, they should be thinking that way, but everybody can't think the same. So, for me, I keep jamming old Michael. Whenever I hear it on the radio, or whenever I hear it, or any kind of way I hear it, if I got it in the house, I find an old CD of his, hey, I'ma jam it, Nothing wrong with that, But to each his own. Peace out, Y2 Streets. I'll holler back at you. Peace.
personally believe